Switching sports now to football on this abbreviated edition of the SportsMax Zone. The Tobago select team suffered defeat on the opening day of the CASA Youth Soccer Classic. This in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, going down 2-1 to Plantation Rush in the late fixture. The early game saw Ingenious Elite playing to a scoreless draw with Lauderdale Lions. Gerard Morseely has a recap of the doubleheader.
Welcome to day one of competition in the Caribbean Americas Youth Soccer Classic for 2025. The Tobago select team began their quest for glory as they faced Plantation Rush in the feature match. Both teams started the game going for the win with early chances, but the first real opportunity fell to Plantation when they won a penalty, which was saved by Kareem Warner. Plantation continued to push, but the Tobago defense led by Warner stayed resolute. But with just 2 minutes left on the clock in first half, Tobago lost their focus and gifted this chance to Sebastian Diaz, who duly accepted. 1-0 to Plantation Rush. 1-0 became 2-0 with seconds left on the clock in the first half when Kishan Pownell dribbled through the Tobago defense and tapped it home. Plantation 2, Tobago 0 at the half. During the break, head coach Kyle Joseph called in from Tobago and ruffled some feathers. And it looked like that worked because the team played much better and were able to pull one back. Kaheem Lewis's shot proved too hard to handle and Shaquille Black reacted quickest to the rebound to cut the deficit in half with 10 minutes to go. But that was all they could muster up. The full-time score, Plantation Rush 2, Tobago Select 1.
Excited for the win. Tobago's a tough team, and looking forward to the next game tomorrow night.
Most of the boys we have here, this is the first time actually being in the cold. So this morning I tried to get them a little wake up, but it didn't work out too much. But I'm sure for the next game there'll be more beast-like and ready for the action.
The first game of the doubleheader, Ingenious Elite versus Lauderdale Lions, finished 0-0 with both teams missing chances. Well, after a good start to the tournament on Wednesday, the much sought after Jamaicans will be in action for the first time in the tournament, and they were able to get in a session on the hotel practice pitch on a very cold day by Florida and Jamaican standards, and everyone was feeling it. Interestingly though, this team looked together and fully focused on the task ahead.
So we had two sessions. We had 2 sessions prior in Jamaica leading up to the session this morning. So it's encouraging to also get the boys climatized to the weather per se. So this morning was more to get them climatized and also to showcase what we want to see in the short time that we have.
Playing on the surface at home that we'll be playing at here will be a plus. We'll know the angles that where the ball will move, the speed of the ball and so forth. So the training session was good at home.
Great active session this morning, man. The guys are gelling well. Country schools and town schools mixing. But a lot of us are familiar due to national call-ups. So it's a good feeling. It was a great training. I spoke to a few of the players that weren't here last year. I told them that it's not in Jamaica where you can start off so they can get back in the game. You have to start off fast, fast pace.
Yeah, so the Jamaica U19s will be playing tonight. SportsMax senior producer Phil Riley saw the action up close. Let's check in with him now for an assessment. Phil, we spoke yesterday previewing the Tobago select team's game about the likely cool conditions, which we projected to be about 59 degrees. Was it 59 degrees? And Coach Cruikshank did suggest in his post-match interview that the nippy conditions negatively impacted on his team.
Well, no, it wasn't at that time, but it is now. Last night was good in relation to what I'm feeling now. You see, I can't even show off my SportsMax shirt, It's very cold at this time. But Tobago made some errors and that cost them. And that's how the game went.
Yeah, but there was a suggestion as we heard in the report from Gerard Morrisseele, that there was improvement from the Tobago select team after the halftime break.
Yes, the coach Kyle Joseph is unable to be here at the moment. He called in and he really ruffled some feathers. He really spoke strongly to them at the halftime, and they came out second half and they did better.
I remember last year they were up against the Inter Miami U19 team. Inter Miami, of course, the team that Lionel Messi is, or the club that Lionel Messi is attached to. Have you seen improvement from this Tobago select team in last night's effort as against what you'd have seen from them last year?
Yes, they're a better team. I spoke about Kaim Lewis yesterday. He did very well yesterday, but they were missing a few players. Two of their players came in today, and the coach spoke to me earlier and he said they should be better on Thursday.
And who do they play on Thursday, and how confident are they that they can rebound with this Thursday game?
Well, they face Miami AC on Thursday. That's the only new team in the tournament. I don't know about them. We'll see them tonight, and we'll know if Tobago will be good against them or if they will lose again.
Yeah. And quickly before we go, Phil, the Jamaica U19s go into action tonight. We see a couple of the outstanding schoolboy players getting ready to suit up for this game. What is the anticipation like for the Jamaicans tonight?
Yes, Lance, I watched them in training this morning. They looked really good. They looked like a team that was training for a while. And yesterday I said that, you know, it might work against them for them to come in late last night, but they told me that they had some time to train on the plastic pitch in Jamaica, so that helped them to acclimatize to the field. But I don't know about the weather. The weather, it's really cold. That's the news right now, that it's really cold here.
Yeah, all right, Phil.
But I'm expecting them to be really good tonight as well.
Yes, well, we hope they can too, and we hope the Tobago team can rebound with a victory on Thursday. So keep us warm as you can, Phil, and we'll chat again on Thursday when we'll recap what happened with the Jamaica U19s tonight and look ahead to the Tobago select team as well. Thanks, Phil. We go to break. We'll be back with more on the SportsMax Zone after this.